I made an Aldi versus Waitrose ingredients vanilla sprinkle cake the other day, and people were saying that it wasn't a fair comparison. So I did one side of the tray bake with Aldi and one side with either organic Waitrose luxury or branded products. So one comment that I got quite a bit was I should have used Waitrose essential products. Now I wanted to do a comparison. I did put a video out asking which would be best, and most people said it would be really interesting to see Aldi normal range versus Waitrose expensive range. So that's what I did. Now I didn't realise this, but the stalk that I used was stalk that really should be used for pastries, brownies, biscuits. I just thought stalk was stalk. So it wasn't a fair comparison because it wasn't the right type of baking margarine. So I have got some normal stalk baking margarine, and that will be going up against the Aldi baking margarine. And somebody asked me why I wasn't using butter. Because I don't use butter in my normal cakes, I use the Aldi Perfect for Cake spread. So I wanted to use a branded equivalent that was more expensive. I also need it to be dairy free because I avoid dairy and I want to taste test it, and both of those spreads are dairy free. I had one person say that Dutchie wasn't Waitrose. It is, it's owned by Waitrose, it's part of the Waitrose brand. A couple of people said that the problem was the inconsistency of the bake because one side baked more than the other, it was in the hotter part of the oven. So what I've done is I have put both bakes this time in the same part of the oven on the same rack at separate times for the same amount of time. So hopefully they will be getting the same heat from the oven as each other. Some people said that one half of the cake mix stood at room temperature while I was making the other half. Self-raising flour will have lost some of the rise and made a denser cake if it didn't go into the oven immediately. Should be considered for the second cake. I do put my cakes on the side while I bake other cakes. I've done it loads of times and I don't think it makes any difference, but for argument's sake, I have done one cake mix, put it straight in the oven, taken that out, done the other cake mix, put it straight in the oven. So no cake mix has been sat around in the kitchen waiting. And finally, somebody said that the vanillas aren't like for like because one is extract and one is real vanilla paste. So I have not done vanilla this time, I've done chocolate cake. So I have used cocoa powder. I've used the Aldi cocoa powder, and then I've used a higher end branded cocoa powder from Waitrose. So off I went back to Waitrose to get some cocoa powder and a stalk that is meant to be for cakes. I did want to go for the Waitrose organic Dutchie cocoa powder, but they were all out, so I went for this cocoa powder, which was £4. Similar price to the Dutchie one and organic. The Aldi stuff cost me £9.54. This was for the entire packets of everything. And because I wanted to bake them separately so that no cakes were sat hanging around, I got these square tins from Asda. These are about 7.5 inches. The Waitrose ingredients came to £17.05, and I did the exact same recipe for both of them. Same cocoa, same ingredients, same size tin, same shelf in the oven, and I baked them both for exactly the same amount of time, which was 35 minutes. I even set a timer. The icing was cocoa powder and icing sugar and sprinkles, again the exact same amount for each of the tray bakes. And here they are all finished, ready for the taste test. Let me know if you want to see the taste test. This was an interesting one and hopefully it's a fairer experiment.